Hi, I'm Susie Hassan, and I'm the Gadget Queen. And on today's episode, it's a staycation. That's right, we're taking a 5-star steakhouse restaurant quality vacation, and we're doing it here with our happy to meet you founder and owner of the company, Scott Fisher. Yes, guys, he's here. All the meat that we've been using all season, the guy, the meat man, is here. We cannot wait to cook up these bone-in ribeyes. They flew in just from Chicago. I think they were on a first-class seat all by themselves. All right, don't forget, we got a lot of gadgets to go with this steakhouse edition. Follow me. Let's see what's in my gadget kitchen. Okay, so before we have Scott come on set and help us cook our fabulous steaks, we're gonna get ready by making our fabulous baked potatoes. Now, when it comes to steakhouse potatoes, I mean, you have to have a great potato with a steak, right? Okay, so we're gonna do a Hasselback potato, and I found the coolest little gadget to help us get there here in the kitchen. So here it is. It just looks like this little car wash dome with these little slits in it. But the cool thing is there's these little like nails kind of poking through. They're not too sharp. I mean, you can touch them, it's not a big deal. However, they do help your potatoes stay in place when you want to get that perfect cut, because that's the key here with these potatoes. You really want them sliced, but not all the way through, so you get that beautiful opening that I'm going to show you. Now you can do every one, every other one. It just depends on how thinly sliced you want each slice to be open. For this, I'm going to do every other one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just slice down. And the cool thing is that it doesn't go all the way down. It stops just shy, so that way you get to keep the bottom part of the potato nice, so that way all the little openings are perfectly open. So I'm going to take this out to show you. So you can see now they are perfectly open, but the bottom is still intact. Now this is something that would be, I think, kind of tough to do on your own without the gadget, because I mean, how easy, look how thin that is at the bottom. How easy would it be just to go through the whole potato? This just does the trick. All right, so I'm gonna set this one potato here, and we're gonna go ahead and do the second one. Again, just set them in there. And if you wanted to use these to make potato chips, you can still use these to, you know, go ahead and guide you, and then just cut that little bit off at the end. I'm gonna go through and get this little guy. And I'll tell you what, I don't see why you couldn't put anything else in here that fits. I mean, obviously it's perfectly fitting a potato, but I mean, goodness, you could put a tomato in here, a zucchini, a cucumber, I mean, anything really. All right, so I'm gonna put that here. Now I've got my Uni cast iron skillet that, you know, we love our Uni brand here at the Gadget Queen's kitchen. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of olive oil. I've got my Monkey Business Fin brush here. I always love him. And just give this a nice, generous coating of our olive oil. Now, by the way, this is a really cool olive oil I'm using. It's by a brand called Zaytna, which means our olive oil, and it's a brand that's actually out of Jordan in the Middle East, if you can believe it. I've got actually family out there, and they grow a lot of olive trees, and so this is a really great, fantastic olive oil. Now, because it's a 5-star steakhouse dinner, that's why I'm pulling out what I consider kind of a upper class olive oil. So that's why we're using that here today. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna season the inside. Now, luckily I got a Saltopia for that. And I think I got a Saltopia salt for just about everything. And I'm gonna get into all the little grooves. So I'm gonna open them up a little bit. Open them up. All right, I wanna make sure I get that olive oil deep in there, so that way it's gonna crisp up and look fabulous. All right. Now I'm gonna sprinkle my salt on the inside, And you could really do anything. If I wanted to do butter here, I could do that. You could do fresh chives. Now this salt actually does already have chives in it, and that's why I'm using it, because it's already all the seasonings I want. It's got garlic, it's got chive. I mean, I'll tell you what, this flavor profile here is perfect for a steakhouse dinner. All right, now when you're done, you're gonna put this in the oven, 400 degrees, let them get nice and toasty. Now, for a baked potato, you're also gonna need some serious black pepper. Now I found this black pepper cannon. Actually, my good buddy Scott, who we're gonna have him on here in a moment, he brought this with him. This, my friends, is an over $300 black pepper cannon. I didn't say grinder, it's a cannon, because the pepper comes out so crazy that they had to make it $300. Okay, this pepper's going places. All right, so here we go. This might be the most expensive baked potato you've ever had. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just give the baked potato a little pepper cannon here. All right, now I have to admit, this will be the first time I'm trying this pepper too, so I'll let you know if that $300 pepper cannon is worth it. All right, so we're gonna pop this into the oven and we're just going to wait for it to come out. Okay, so you cannot talk steakhouse without a famous Caesar salad, all right? So we're gonna do the easiest Caesar salad ever. You think I'm gonna cut this with a knife? Have you seen the kitchen? Do we even do anything with a knife around here? No, we've got a gadget for everything. All right, so I found the perfect gadget that actually cuts our lettuce into the perfect pieces for us, okay? And here's the thing. This gadget is cool not just for the way that it's going to cut, but because it's actually a plastic, if you want to cut your lettuce a day ahead of time, you're not going to get that brown rim on the lettuce. So that way it stays nice and beautiful, green and fresh. Okay, so let me show you how easy it is to use this. So here's our romaine, okay? Now all you're going to do is just bunch it up, and you're going to take this and you're just going to go ahead and just kind of little seesaw it. Our favorite little playground play item. Just take another little chop, and you'll notice in the middle it'll start to actually collect. So as we're chopping, oh my God, that chop is so good. And then we got one more, and then just chop it up. And then we don't need the bottom, so we're gonna toss that. But now watch, we have all of our lettuce here collected right in the middle. So then we just pop all of our lettuce out. And that is our perfect Caesar salad. We just did it in 1 second. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and assemble our salad because Scott is coming up and I'm so excited. All right, so I've got my Caesar dressing. I'm gonna pop that in there first. Now, I like my salad swimming in Caesar, but I'm gonna keep it safe for Scott. I'm gonna do like a medium amount. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just put my romaine in there. Give that a little toss. Go ahead and do one of these. This is gonna be amazing. Now we're also going to hit this with that same fancy pepper cannon that I just showed you a moment ago, which is by Wolf, by the way. Now I believe that there is a patent on how their pepper comes out. I think Scott's gonna tell us a little bit more about that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hit this again with a little pepper. I think that's really what finishes off a Caesar salad. You gotta have that fresh ground pepper. All right, so we got that going. And then we just add our croutons. Okay, so now our salad is done, our baked potato is in the oven, and we are ready to bring on Scott so we can get to these bone-in ribeyes. Okay, now if I'm the gadget queen, then Scott, that makes you the steak king.
There you go.
Is that fair enough?
I'm glad to be part of the court.
Okay, Scott, thanks so much. Welcome to the show.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Okay, so Scott Fisher is our good friend, and he is the founder of Happy to Meet You, which is the meat sponsor of our fabulous show. So all the meat that you always see myself and Stacy use is from Happy to Meet You.
Yes.
Okay, so Scott, before we get into our staycation for today with these fabulous bone-in ribeyes, let's talk a little bit about you. I mean, how did you get started? You're a chef.
So I'm a chef. I've been a lifelong foodie, and I've always loved a great steak. And it was just so hard to find the best restaurant quality steaks at home. So I thought there has to be a better way. And of course, you can't go to your gourmet meat market. You're paying huge prices for the meat. And I really wanted to bring the best steaks directly to folks to their home. And you can't get a better steak, freshly cut, than these.
Now, I have to say, okay, you sent me a box to try before we started everything, right? Just to see. Yep. I gave Scott's meat a fair test. I didn't, go into it thinking, I'm just going to say it's great just because I like you and whatever. No, I really did. I gave it a fair shot. I'm telling you, it's the best steak I've ever had. My husband said the same thing. This is not, I'm telling you guys, it's the best steak. Okay, but really quick, I want to know why. Why is it so good?
Because Susie, they're Midwest, pasture raised, and corn finished. It's the corn that gives it the marbleization, the flavor. It's buttery, almost like a macadamia nut feel.
Oh, okay.
Tender, and we age in-house. So we do our own wet aging and dry aging. So there is no finer. We don't cut corners. There is no finer beef on the planet. I promise you that.
Oh, I'm telling you, this meat is by far the best meat I've ever had. And if you're going to try them, I say start with steak.
Start with steak.
I think if you're going to start with Happy to Meet You, you go steak, right?
You go steak. Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
So I say we season them up and get them ready.
Let's season them up. Okay, but really quick, I want to ask, you said dry age and wet age. What are these?
These are our wet aged.
What does that mean?
So dry aging, the steaks actually, they chill out in a controlled temperature room, and they sort of form this crust. All the moisture comes out of the steaks.
Okay.
But on the exterior, the interior stays moist and tender. Now wet aging is more of a liquid, an enzyme solution that literally tenderizes the meat and doesn't impart any flavor whatsoever. The steaks are naturally flavorful.
Okay.
But it makes the steaks a little bit more tender and just really scrumptious. And that's what we have. And that tends to be my favorite. But everybody has their own preference.
Okay, so these are wet aged.
These are wet aged.
All right, so what do we do to prep these? Because there's so many things out there. What do we really need?
So the rule of thumb and the way I do it my entire life is keep it simple.
Okay.
The best steaks don't need a lot of other flavorings. Salt and pepper. It loves a hot grill.
Okay.
You sizzle away, let it go for about 9-10 minutes, and you have a perfectly cooked medium rare steak.
Okay, so let's get started with that. Now, I've been using the pepper cannon that you brought me, which, by the way, this has been so much fun. This thing is crazy. Okay, so
eliminates carpal tunnel, so you can get one swift dusting of pepper in one grind, literally.
I mean, take a look at how much pepper comes out. Okay, let me just show you. I mean, look at that. Do you see the whole steak pretty much? I mean, that's like.
And you can get it as fine of a grind as you like, or
well, I did it more coarse because I like the big parts of the pepper. But I mean, that's kind of like beautiful pepper.
Isn't it great?
It's really pretty pepper. I know it sounds crazy to say. Okay, now they have a patent though, I think.
They do.
Yeah.
I believe the engineering on this is pretty stellar. It's just one piece of metal.
Which is kind of crazy.
But it really makes it a lot effortless. And once you get used to using it, you see how nice it really gives you great coverage without a lot of effort.
Okay, now we're also going to hit this with a little salt, right?
A little salt.
Pepper, salt?
Yep.
All right, you want to go ahead and give me some salt there?
Let's do the little sprinkle.
All right.
We'll hit both sides.
I see a lot of great marbling in here too.
Great marbling.
I mean.
And you know what they say? The marbleization gives it flavor.
I mean. I love that sizzle.
Let it rill.
All right, now how thick are these?
So these are close to almost 2 inches.
Oh my God,
That's
2
a big
inches.
piece of meat, Susie.
That's crazy.
Just more, and this we'll feed it a little small army.
Okay, well that's what we are.
Or you and I.
All right, this steak dinner, I'm telling you, is coming along.
We're on vacation.
We're on vacation. All right, we're gonna come back to these in about what you say, 10 minutes?
Yep, about 10 minutes.
All right.
Halfway through, we'll give them a flip.
Right, sounds good.
Quality, prime, fresh meats, cut fresh and delivered fast straight to your door. With Happy to Meet You, we help you bring the steakhouse to your house. The mission is simple: to deliver delicious premium meats while guaranteeing freshness at a great value, all delivered straight to your home with 100% satisfaction guaranteed, because after all, we have our reputation at stake. For more information on our premium selections and how to order, go to www.happytomeetyou.com.
All right, so I hear those steaks a-sizzling, so we're gonna, I know, we can't go back there yet. We're gonna let them cook. All right, now we're gonna get our butter ready, because that's the finishing touch, right? The butter on the top.
Butter, can't have steak without butter, right?
Can you? Is it possible? No, it's not. No, not in our world. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get this butter ready. Now, we're gonna chop up some herbs. Of course, I do have an herb scissor that I could have used, but why use an herb scissors when I got the man and he's the gadget? I'm gonna have you actually show us how to really get this done, because that's the whole point of the Gadget Kitchen, is we're trying to get chef quality results, but Scott, you can't always be in my kitchen. That's the whole thing, all right? So before I have you though slice these up and all professional like, I'm gonna make sure I sharpen your knife, because we're gonna need this sharp for that steak too. So I'm gonna actually take out my 2 little sharpeners from our friends at Jokari. So they have a couple different options. One is this one, where you can actually just have it in your hand. Just go ahead and take your knife and just pull down. It's as easy as that. Make sure that your hand is on the one end here over here, and then you just slice down. All right, so that's one way to do it. But they also have a second gadget that I like just as much. Now this one actually sits on the countertop. There's actually a suction cup on the bottom. Okay, now here you can actually turn it. You see how it kind of opens and closes, right, like that? All right, so I'm gonna put it down on the countertop, so that suction cup just really sticks right on, and then that way you get a nice sturdy base. So you just take your knife and you just pull back. Now, Scott, when you're in your kitchen, do you use one of those like
I
things?
actually do what you're doing.
You do what I'm doing, okay. Well, I'll give you this one from Jokari. All right,
I would love it.
This is great. All right, so I think my knife is just about ready. So I'm gonna get this out of our way. Okay, now.
And you know what I like better than a great steak? A sharp knife.
Well, there you go. This is perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna let you be my gadget here. You're my herb scissors. You're my human herb scissors. All right, here we go. Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
I wish I could be that fast.
Oh, you can.
Well, the gadgets help me.
The gadgets
That's the whole
definitely
point.
So when you've got a sharp knife, yeah.
That's true. I think a sharp knife really
And
is
a little
the
bit of
ticket.
skill.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I should be like a lot of skill.
It comes out great. How fine do you want these?
I mean, whatever you like. It's kind of it's Scott's Staycation.
All right.
Anything goes. Anything goes.
Take some of the rosemary.
Now we got rosemary, thyme.
I'm just gonna do a little backwards haircut.
Perfect. We got rosemary, thyme, green onions goes into this butter,
Yep.
and a little bit of garlic.
We're gonna give it an herb butter bath. And it really just accelerates the flavor of the steak too. Real good compliment.
Yeah.
So we'll get these chopped up nice and fine.
Perfect.
Some room temperature butter, and we'll be ready to go.
All right.
We're almost there.
I always love seeing a chef just chop it up. It's
Yeah.
so fun. You know?
And you know what?
It's so fun.
It's so nice, and it just really,
It's kind of relaxing.
it's very relaxing. And you get to control just how fine or coarse you like some of the herbs. So I think we're almost there, Susie.
Yeah, I think it's
Good.
looking really good.
All right, we're ready to meet. I'm assuming it's room temperature butter.
It is room temperature butter. All right.
All right, we're all set.
All right, that's perfect. Okay, so now I know we're gonna add a little garlic to this as well. And just so you don't have all the fun.
That's right.
All right, I've got a little gadget or two to get our garlic going. So here, our little garlic press from Joy. So watch this. I mean, can't just show off the whole time you're here, Scott.
No,
That's not nice.
You know what?
All right.
No stinky garlic fingers.
No stinky garlic fingers. So all you're gonna do is just put your garlic here in the little garlic press. It's like a little makeup compact. You see, just like, okay. So here we go. So just chop it in. That's it. I mean,
Look how fast it is done.
I know that. Now that is, I mean, I don't think it gets much faster than that. Right? Okay. So I'm gonna just pop in the garlic into our butter. All right, hit it with the herbs that you just did.
Herbs?
All right.
Okay, that looks already.
I know, I could just eat it like that.
Right?
All right.
And you can save the butter. Whatever, if you have leftover herb butter, you can save it for fish. You can save it for anything else
You
you
know-
want to prepare throughout the week.
Now, I'll tell you what, Scott, I've never had a situation where I've had leftover butter. I'll be honest.
Wow.
In my house, we're always using every inch of the butter that we have.
And a chefy thing to do with the butter, it's called a compound butter.
Yes.
So you can actually re-refrigerate it, put it in some saran wrap, roll it up, slice them into discs, and keep using them throughout the week.
All right, I think this is perfect.
Good.
Oh, yeah. So now let's go ahead and just check on our steak.
What do you say we flip those over?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's see how our steaks are
Ooh.
looking. We should have a nice, beautiful
Oh,
brown.
yeah.
That's all the caramelization on the steak.
That is good. Oh, my
You know what they
God.
call that? That's the steak candy, right there.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Steak candy,
Steak
yeah.
candy.
Here we go.
Man, I love all the phrases that you got. This is great.
And when we finish, we're going to actually sear these on all sides, so every bit of that steak is going to get the beautiful char.
Wait, you mean the edges?
We're going to do the edges.
We're doing the edges?
Doing the edges.
How are we going to do the edges?
Just like this.
I've never done that.
A steak has, 4 to 6 sides.
You're
so
blowing my mind. I'm yelling at you because I'm so excited. Okay.
Great. All right.
Okay, so we're going to let these sit though, right?
We're going to let these go on the other side for about another 6 minutes or so.
All right.
We'll be ready
Sounds
to go.
good. Okay. All right, awesome. All right, let's take these bad boys off.
Take these bad boys off.
Ooh, sizzling good.
I think we have
A little
this.
on that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's great. Okay, so now we're gonna hit it with a thermometer to make sure that it's cooked, right? So, and you said this is the secret to actually all restaurants.
It is. And this is a chef's best friend is the meat thermometer because it guarantees you know exactly what temperature your steak is at.
Now this one is actually by Strong, and I don't think it gets much easier to use.
No.
You just pop it in the
Pop
meat,
it in,
and then
do a quick little
see how
little test,
it is.
and we're looking good. You want it to be ideally around 135, about 131, 132, so it's good. And
All right,
don't forget,
great.
when you let your steaks rest, they're going to continue to cook.
Perfect.
So you about 5-10 minutes.
All right, awesome. So we're gonna let these rest.
Let them rest.
Which is hard to do.
They're in the hammock right now. while they're on
Man,
vacation.
I have a hard time letting my steak rest. Okay, I want to get, but we're gonna let them rest, and then we're gonna come back. And we're gonna have an amazing steak dinner.
You will.
All right.
So the one thing that we want to do now that the steaks are resting, we want to give them a little butter bath.
Ooh,
While
this is my
resting in the-
favorite part.
They're resting in the sun. We're going to give them a little.
Oh yeah, now this is a vacation. This is a staycation.
This is a
This is a
staycation.
staycation.
These
Oh
steaks are
yeah.
happy.
They're living their best
They're
life.
living their best life at the resort. This is it. Doesn't get any better
They're
than
living
this.
their best life, and then we're gonna be living our best life when we get to eat it.
We will. We will. There's no doubt about it.
Okay.
So let the butter will
Let the
just
butter
melt,
melt down.
and we'll be good to go.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So what do you say we slice in?
Oh, I'm
Let's see how
ready
we
to
did.
go. All right, here it
we
is.
go.
Oh man.
Take the end cap off.
Oh, here we go.
And now we're going to slice.
Here it is. Here it is.
Let's take a look at
Oh
this.
yeah. Oh,
One beautiful ribeye.
that is perfect.
Now what I like to do is actually take the steak off the bone. But we're going to take,
Make those beautiful slices.
cut the little beautiful slices. Here we go. Perfectly cooked.
Now, should I pop a little salt on this?
Pop a
or
little
what would
finishing
you
salt.
do?
I would do a little finishing salt
right.
on that.
All right, I'm gonna have my little salt cannon ready.
Go right ahead.
I got a gadget and we're ready to go.
Beautiful.
Here we go. Little
Look
salt.
at that.
All right, that's
And then
perfect.
I think we just take a little taste. What do you think?
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
I think.
All right,
All right.
I'm ready to go. All right, here we go.
There you go.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh man. It is absolutely the best steak, the best meat actually I've ever had. No lie, hands
Really,
down.
Susie, we're just thrilled to be able to provide
Oh,
the quality steaks
So good.
directly to those folks at home. It's literally bringing the steakhouse quality right to your door.
This is absolutely steakhouse quality. Thank you so much. All right, so we're getting ready to now put everything together, and then we're gonna have our big steak dinner, right?
Let's do it.
All right. All right, so now another part of the big steakhouse is the cocktails, right? It's the drinks. Okay, so I made a special cocktail for you. Now, this is actually Spa Girl, but it's for guys too.
Hey.
Just because it's Spa Girl doesn't mean gentlemen can't enjoy it.
Absolutely.
All right, this is a cucumber vodka drink for you, and then I also have wine, if you're a wine person. Jokari actually makes this really cool wine aerator that also acts as a little cap.
That's great.
So whether you're into the wine or you want the cucumber martini, which I'm gonna do the cucumber martini though.
Yeah,
I mean, okay, let's do a quick cheers. Quick cheers.
So,
Thank you so much,
Susie,
Scott.
thank you so much for
Ah.
inviting me into your kitchen.
This has been great.
Delicious.
That is great.
Great.
That is refreshing. All right, so we're here. We had a great steak dinner, a great staycation. Scott Fisher, thanks so much for joining us here from Happy to Meet You.
Thank you for allowing
Oh my God, such a pleasure, such a pleasure. Okay, so if you want to follow me, go ahead and do so, please, at Gadget Queen TV, also at Susie Hassan TV, and you'll see why they call me the Gadget Queen, and if you go to Happy to Meet You, you'll see why they call him the Steak King. We'll see you next time. Bye.